Alright, YouTube, how's it going today? It is stormy, and my Temu tent is leaking like a sieve. If we were out on floating, we'd be going down. Anyway, we're gonna smoke the El Diablo del Desierto, age 4+ years. It's another one I bought from Privada Cigar. If you want some pre-aged cigars, you know where to go look. Look at that. You guys see that yellowness in that? Jeez. Cool wrapper. I mean, keep the water spots off. The band. Hopefully the light's not giving too much of a glare. Is that better? That's a nice tobacco flavor or smell coming out of it. Oh, jeez. Still a little higher than I prefer, 64. This has been in the dry box for probably like a week and a half, 2 weeks now. But with the moisture in the air, it's really hard to get them down to the 60%-ish where I like to smoke them. But you know what? We're gonna smoke it. I've been waiting long enough, and we're gonna give it a shot. We want to V-cut this one? Let's V-cut this one. Nice deep V-cut. Alright. Give it some toast. You guys can hear that rain, but it is getting down. Wow, it's got some pepper right there on the retro. Like I was saying on the other one. If it had this much pepper after 4+ years of aging, just think what it was like fresh. It probably was a pepper bomb. Feel that tingle. I like it. This is my first cigar of the day, by the way. That's a nice, like, right off the get-go, like dark breadiness, sweet breadiness. Not like sweet like candy sweet, but just not bitter. Like bread right out of the oven before you put butter on it. A little bit of saltiness on my lips from. I don't know if this name is fitting for this one, because that is good. This thing should be like being a little bit more mean, I'm thinking. I mean, it's got some spice, but El Diablo, doesn't that mean devil? That's too nice of a cigar for that name. There is like an after lingering pepperness though on the mouth. Look at the oils in that. Look at them coming out ahead of the burn line. Cool rapper. I mean, band. Yeah, there's definitely like a pepper effect on the mouth still. But man, I love a cigar when it gets you that breadiness right off the get-go, especially like dark, warm, out of the oven kind of bread. Kind of between a dark bread and like maybe a pretzel kind of bread. This is Robusto, by the way. Anyway, we're gonna let this settle in and see how it develops, because you guys know how I am. If I keep talking, I'm just gonna keep puffing, and I don't want to get it hot. I've been nicely impressed by every cigar that I've smoked from that company so far that I've ordered. Very nice. Age does do a difference to a cigar. I don't know if it's a good difference or a bad difference, but every single one I've smoked, it has been really good. I can only imagine how much of a El Diablo this was as a fresh cigar, like a newer cigar. Because if it's still this peppery, it probably was definitely more of a devil. There's another flavor there I can't express right yet, but we'll let it settle in, and I will come back and maybe figure out what that flavor is. Alright guys and gals, this El Diablo del Desierto, aged 4+ years. That other flavor is kind of a fruity flavor. Sometimes I get confused with the dark red and cedar, but it's really good. Definitely pepper. But the pepper has really calmed down on the retro. It's still there a little bit, not like it light up. There's also this other flavor that reminds me of like sun tea. Not sweetened sun tea, just regular sun tea. Maybe some roast coffee in there. I don't know. This thing, it's got a lot of flavor. That I do know. And you guys know I don't pick up all the flavor nuances like a lot of people. But what I am picking up is good. And I'm picking up, I like it. Plus, I don't know if I'm getting the fruitiness because I'm drinking, I know. But for an energy drink, these are a little bit more clean. Pretty good. I don't know if that's why I'm getting the fruity note. But we're building a decent ash, decent burn line. Even though we're in the tent, we got the vent going and the space heater, so there is a little bit of air movement in here. This is good. Like I said though, I don't know if the name is really fitting for it. Maybe if it was a young cigar, it's probably a little bit more devilish. But this is a sweet. It's a calm down devil. This is a new generation devil. Not the one we grew up with. Yeah, I think a lot of the fruitiness I'm getting is mostly from that energy drink, because then I took a sip of that and then hit this. That was like forward on the tongue. But the other flavors are not from that, I know that. after you hit this a couple times and lick your lips, there's a little bit of a salty tobacco flavor, which I dig. I like getting that saltiness out of tobacco. But it definitely has a nice aged or just nice tobacco flavor in general without all the other flavors. So even if I didn't get any of the other flavors I'm getting, just smoking this would be a nice tobacco flavored cigar. That's good. I mean, look at those oils coming out. You guys see the sheen? Oh, there we go. There's a good angle. Sometimes it's hard with that light. It gets too much of a glare, but I think that got the sheen of the oils, huh? If I turn it just right. Nice burn line. Nice ash building. Look at that ash, YouTube. It's not a big one, but it's a nice, small, tight ash. I crack myself up every time I do that. And our Temu tent, I don't know if you can see it, but it's leaking all over me. Might as well be, well, no, I'd be drenched if I was outside. It worked good for the wind, but for the downpour we've been getting for days, it seeped through all the stitching. It's supposed to be an ice fishing tent. I guess if you're out ice fishing and you had a space heater and it's just cold and windy, it'd be fine, and snowy, because snow's not gonna leak through, but for downpouring rain, not so much. Oh, that was a nice floral hit right there. Floral hit with sun tea. Jeez. Yeah. Wow. This thing, it's like every time you take a pull on it is something different. It's with that just nice tobacco flavor. Crazy. Yeah, that's why it's the devil. Anyway. I'll come back. Good thumbnail right there. Alright, YouTube. This El Diablo is smoking really good. I'm gonna tap that ash. It doesn't get very long before it wants to fall. But boy, is this a good cigar. I keep getting that sun tea with some citrus in there. Either cedar or that dark red flavor. I mean, this thing is smoking like a little champ. Really good. A little bit of a saltiness, tobacco here and there. Even if, like I said, if it didn't have those other flavors, just the nice natural tobacco flavor of this cigar would be really good. Is really good. We're about 40 minutes into this Robusto, which still got that much left. I mean, not bad. Maybe 45 minutes in. Whoa! About dropped it. That retrohale is so smooth now. Just a hair of pepper in there. There's this other flavor in there I can't describe on the retro. Whoa! There's the pepper. Ah. That's tasty. That is a tasty, tasty smoke. Oh. Oh yeah. Alright, YouTube, this El Diablo del Desierto, age 4+ years, is coming to an end. Was a really good smoke. Really good. Even if I didn't get those other flavors, just the tobacco flavor in this was really good. I do recommend trying one. So, thanks for tuning in once again. Oh, we're gonna start to unravel all of a sudden. Look at that. That's alright, we're at the end. No biggie. Alright. Anyway, thanks for tuning in once again. Like always, try different sticks and keep it smoky, my friends.